Stop everything. What I'm about to tell you will change everything in the NFL landscape as we know it today. There's a seismic shift happening in the world of football, one that could redefine the trajectory of not just one team, but the entire league's hierarchy. We're talking about an unprecedented move, a potential game changer involving a superstar that could flip the script on the upcoming NFL season. Picture this: phones are ringing off the hook in executive offices, secretive meetings are being held behind closed doors, and there's an air of urgency that'll make any football fanatic sit up and take notice. My sources, deeply embedded within the NFL inner circle, have just dropped a bombshell, confirming something huge is in the works. And I mean massive, dude. Imagine the buzz in the hallways as top-tier executives pace, anticipation thick in the air. Agendas are being rewritten, plans are being hastily reshuffled, and whispered conversations are spreading like wildfire among those in the know. This isn't your typical trade rumor, no sir. It's a tidal wave of change that could redefine the fortunes of at least one storied franchise. But who is this elite player, you ask? Patience, we'll get there. All I can say for now is this player is one of the best in the league, a true game changer whose presence could be the missing piece for a team to go all the way. It's a name that echoes talent, reliability, and clutch performances. The anticipation is palpable, and let me tell you, when this news hits officially, it's going to be the NFL's top headline. Now, let's dive into the broader context so you can truly understand what's at stake here. The Dallas Cowboys, one of the most iconic franchises in the NFL, have been on a roller coaster ride these past few seasons. Despite a rich history and a passionate fan base, their recent playoff performances have fallen short of expectations. They've been on a quest to reclaim their former glory, striving to break the long-standing championship drought that has cast a shadow over them for years. With 5 Super Bowl titles to their name, the Cowboys are no strangers to success, but the last was way back in 1996. That's 3 decades without hoisting the Lombardi Trophy, 3 decades of near misses and heartbreaks. Jerry Jones, the flamboyant and ambitious owner, has left no stone unturned in his pursuit to build another championship team. Yet, despite assembling a roster filled with talent and potential, something critical has been missing. The defense, often lauded for its potential, has lacked that special spark to dominate games consistently. Throughout the last few seasons, the Cowboys have struggled to maintain a top-tier defense, often ranking somewhere in the middle of the pack, with occasional flashes of brilliance overshadowed by critical lapses. In the 2025 season, they allowed an average of 350 yards per game, with their pass defense giving up too many big plays. It's this gap, this inconsistency that they've been striving to address, reaching out through various means, evaluating countless players, and engaging in a series of cryptic negotiations. They've been searching for months, even years, for that missing cog. Secret meetings have been held in dimly lit boardrooms, encrypted calls exchanged in the dead of night, and private jets discreetly dispatched to scout talent. Everybody knew the Cowboys were hungry, but nobody suspected just how close they were to landing someone of this caliber. And then, in what seemed like a stroke of pure serendipity, they found him. The answer to their prayers, the solution to their woes, and it's going to be absolutely epic when his name finally gets out there. All right, folks, here it is. You've waited, speculated, and now it's time to unveil the star at the center of this swirling maelstrom of speculation and excitement. I'm talking about none other than Chidobe Awuzie. Yes, the same Chidobe Awuzie who is currently tearing it up as an elite cornerback. Renowned for his agility, razor-sharp instincts, and an impressive track record of shutting down the league's best wide receivers, Awuzie is now the focus of the Cowboys' attention. His stats speak for themselves. In the 2025 season alone, Awuzie recorded 72 tackles, made 4 interceptions, and defended 15 passes. His ability to read a quarterback's eyes and anticipate plays is second to none, often placing him in perfect position to turn the tide of games. Awuzie, standing at 6 feet and weighing in at 202 pounds, combines physicality with finesse, making him a dual threat in the secondary. His playing style, aggressive yet calculated, allows him to disrupt even the most well-oiled offensive machines. Throughout his career, he has consistently clocked a Pro Football Focus grade in the high 70s, reinforcing his reliability on the field. Contract-wise, Awuzie is currently on a 1-year, $5 million deal with the Baltimore Ravens, including a $5 million signing bonus and a fully guaranteed salary. Given the market dynamics, this contract is a steal for a player of his caliber, making him a tantalizing prospect for any team willing to secure his signature. But why exactly is Awuzie the perfect fit for the Cowboys? The answer lies in their defensive strategy and needs. For a team that has struggled with pass defense, adding a seasoned corner with Awuzi's expertise is akin to refitting the last piece of a jigsaw puzzle. He brings leadership, experience, and an indomitable grit assets invaluable to Dallas's secondary. Imagine Awuzi prowling the backfield, locking down opposing wideouts, and giving the Cowboys defense that much-needed edge to complement their potent offense. This is a player who can make game-deciding plays in critical moments, and his impact could be the difference between another playoff exit and a deep run into the postseason. Behind the scenes, the drama surrounding this potential move is nothing short of thrilling. NFL insiders describe the Cowboys' front office as a hive of activity, with general manager Stephen Jones working like a chess grandmaster. His strategic maneuvers, carried out in silence and precision, have kept rival teams on their toes, scrambling to either thwart the deal or make their own bids for Awuzi. Stephen is playing 4D chess while everyone else is playing checkers, remarked one league executive familiar with the negotiations. This potential acquisition, it said, involves rival teams from both conferences, each trying to throw a wrench in the Cowboys' plan while simultaneously contemplating their own blockbuster moves. If successful, the monetary windfall from this trade could be transformative, not just for the roster, but for the entire franchise's infrastructure. The influx of talent that Big D could attract with such a high-profile signing might lead to other notable acquisitions, further bolstering their ranks. Coach Mike McCarthy, upon hearing the initial whispers of this trade, reportedly had an emotional reaction, envisioning the transformative effect Awuzi could have on their defense. With Awuzi on board, one can only imagine the new strategies and formations that would unfold on the field, potentially turning the Cowboys into a defensive nightmare for opponents. Additionally, the intricacies of Awuzi's prospective performance bonuses are staggering. Think insane clauses where the number of interceptions, passes defended, and even forced fumbles could add extra millions. Picture a deal where surpassing specific statistical benchmarks or achieving team milestones like a playoff berth or conference championship could trigger lucrative incentives. These bonuses aren't just financial rewards. They're challenges, motivations for Awuzi to bring his A-game every single week. The financial implications of such a trade cannot be overstated, especially considering the Cowboys' current salary cap situation. Working under the constraints of a hard cap, the Dallas front office would need to exercise fiscal acumen, potentially restructuring existing contracts to create room for Awuzi's arrival. The Cowboys' cap table for 2026 shows them at $13, $1 million under the cap, which isn't the most abundant space in the league. But with Jerry Jones' commitment to winning and his knack for financial wizardry, there are ways to make it work. Jones, who is known for his willingness to open the checkbook, may look to restructuring the contracts of high earners like Dak Prescott and C.D. Lamb to free up more space. Strategically, Awuzi would slot into the Cowboys' secondary, likely taking over the responsibilities of a top cornerback, tasked with neutralizing the league's elite receivers. His presence would not only strengthen the defensive backfield, but also free up other defensive playmakers to attack more aggressively. Awuzi's coverage skills would complement the existing defensive scheme, possibly allowing defensive coordinator Dan Quinn to implement more aggressive blitz packages, knowing the secondary is in capable hands. This improvement in defensive fluidity could see the Cowboys' defensive ranking rise drastically, turning them into genuine Super Bowl contenders. In closing, the implications of this potential trade are profound, not just for the Cowboys, but for the entire NFL. Picture this, the Dallas Cowboys, with Chidobe Awuzi suited up in the iconic blue and silver, redefining their season and reigniting their dynasty dreams. Owner Jerry Jones has long spoken about building a dynasty, and this is a pivotal step in that direction. "We're not just building a team, we're building a legacy," Jones was quoted as saying at a recent press conference. The anticipation surrounding this potential move is electrifying, with fans and social media channels buzzing with predictions, hopes, and fantasies of what could be. The next 48 hours are going to be crucial, as the final pieces of this potential trade fall into place. Fans are on tenterhooks, eagerly awaiting any official announcement. The prospect of Awuzi donning a Cowboys uniform has ignited imaginations. Visualize the hype, the excitement, the hope surging through the Cowboys fan base. To all football fans watching, Chidobe Awuzi in Dallas Cowboys colors. Can you imagine IT? Go ahead, drop us a comment. I want him or nah. And don't forget to smash that subscribe button and share this with your fellow football fanatics.